Welcome to a Comprehensible input vlog. Today I'm going to be flying from Hanoi to Ho Chi Minh City and I'm going to bring you guys along. I'm just packing up my last few things here. Got my suitcase, I'm checking this one. It has my clothes and other items in there. And then my carry-on is just my backpack. So we're going to head out very soon, get a grab to the airport and then wait for our flight. We'll need to check in maybe 2 hours early for a domestic flight. So we don't need to be there super early. Should be able to. It's raining a little bit today, but the ride wasn't too long. It was maybe 30 minutes. Traffic was not too bad, but we are here now. I think we got to check in with Vietnam Airlines and then we'll go to our flight, but we land at 2 o'clock. I don't know how long the flight is. I think it's maybe 2 hours. We'll be in Ho Chi Minh City, so not too busy here right now. Here we have the Vietnam Airlines check-in. Obviously there's only 2 airlines in the domestic terminal. There's Vietjet Airlines and there's Vietnam Airlines. So Vietnam Airlines is the more premium one and Vietjet is the less premium one. Okay, we are at the check-in counter now. Not too busy, just the way I like it. And we're gonna put our bags in. I have 1 bag. Volk has 2 bags. And then we each have our own carry-ons. So we're a little bit early. Our flight only takes off at 11:20 and it is 8:45 right now, so just over 2 hours before our flight takes off. But we should be able to check in. Okay, we are checking in now. Our bag here. To weigh our bag. How much is that? Oh, only. It was like 18 and I guess it's not that heavy. It's only.
Say nothing about my stuff, bro.
It's only 14. Okay, we're gonna weigh Volka's bag now. I know that thing's gonna be heavy. Dude, only 22 kgs? This thing's got to be way off. Because I knew mine was heavier than that one. Not that heavy. Because usually the standard limit is 20 kgs. Buy more, but it's not super heavy. Okay, so we checked in. We just got our boarding pass. And now we're gonna go through security. Being a domestic terminal, security is a lot lighter than international terminal, so it should be really fast. And they don't need to stamp our passport or anything. We could just walk right in. So boarding gates are over there. Let's head there right now. Okay, so we just got through security. It was just over there. It was really quick. There were not a lot of people, and I did forget a lot of stuff on my body though, so I had to take that off. And this terminal is not very big. It's just a big rectangle. They do have a Nike store though. I'd have to go cop some Nike merch. Yeah, I'm low-key could eat a breakfast burger. Well, let's walk around and see what they got in this small domestic terminal. I do have a little bit of a headache because I think I'm dehydrated, but I'm gonna fix that before our flight. They have a lot of seating here, which is really nice. I like to see that. We don't have to get Vietnamese food. I mean, we're going to Ho Chi Minh, so. Well, usually, no, I doubt it. If you look at these prices, honestly, Burger King is probably gonna be the cheapest. It's gonna be at least 150K. Yeah, for a sandwich, 168. So these are the prices, at least 100,000. But I want water and I want something small to eat before we fly. Here we have a flight board. These are all the flights that are going from 8:45 to 1 p.m. They are using 24-hour time here. So it says 1,300 hours, but that is 1 p.m. And then this is the terminal. Okay, so it's like a, well, what shape would you call that? Okay, so I found the first thing I wanted to find, some water. I don't know if I'm gonna trust this water though. If it's cold, that'd be nice, but I highly doubt it. Let's test it out though. That is warm. So for the water dispensers here, there are 2 different ones and they each have a few differences. So this one is a little bit lower. This one is higher. They're both shiny metal, most likely stainless steel. This one, the lower one, has been used less because there's less water droplets on it. And the bigger one has been used more. And you can see here, there used to be a sign here, but they scraped that thing off and they replaced it with that sign. Okay, so we are on the 2nd floor of this terminal now. They have the Burger King up here. I think that is the only restaurant up here. And the rest of these sections are like lounges. So they have the Vietcom Priority Lounge, Techcom Bank Private Lounge. It's actually the first time I've seen bank lounges and not airline lounges, which is really funny. Nama Bank. So really interesting to see that. I have not seen that before. But I think we're just gonna get some water now. I don't think I'm that hungry. Honestly, I think I'm just dehydrated. So let's just go get something to drink and then go wait for our flight. Take a look at these other lounges here. They got some food here or something. I don't know which lounge this is, but it looks really nice. So I'll tell you guys the name right away. Okay, here we got another bank lounge, VP Bank. Now, if you know Vietnam, you know that's the best bank. They have no fees for foreigner cards, so. Oh, okay, so this is the Vietnam Airlines Lounge. So that's cool to see. Okay, so we just bought some water. 2 bottles, Aquafina. We just bought it from here. Obviously, they're taxing a little bit on the airports, but 20,000 for this bottle is double, right? Double the normal price, which I guess isn't that bad. I've seen some that are like
It's $1, so it's really not that bad.
yeah, it's not that bad, but
What was the country where water was expensive? I think Malaysia. Thailand, the water was cheapest, but like 50 cents.
Yeah, the cheapest place was Indonesia. Yeah, Malaysia was expensive for water. I think it was just the currency though, because they're not going to charge less than 1 ringgit for a bottle of water. When you have a currency like that, that's like strong now, you kind of get screwed. So okay, so we found somewhere to sit right in front of our gate. Our gate is number 7. We have about an hour and a half of waiting until they start checking in, and then we'll go make our way there. But we got a charging station right there. You can charge your phone. But one tip for those charging stations is never plug your cable directly into those USB ports that they have built into them, because people can put malware into those USB ports. So it can take over your phone, take over your laptop. So never plug your phone directly. Always use a charging brick in between them. But other than that, we're gonna wait here and we'll come back once we start boarding our flight. Okay, we're gonna go line up now. It's 2 minutes past boarding was supposed to start, but it didn't really announce it. But everybody else is lining up, and I'm not in a rush to get on the plane. I just don't want to have to put my bag away from my seat, which is why I want to get on earlier. But
I don't know why the people are lining up.
People like lining up here, so they haven't even announced it yet or anything. But yeah, I don't know. Somebody thought that was a good idea. The line is already decently long. That's our gate all the way over there. And yeah, we're gonna wait till we board. We are close to the front now. Usually they have different boarding groups, and even on my boarding pass here, it says we're group 3, but I don't think they follow that for these domestic flights. So if you pay for like first class, or they call it Sky Boss here, you can go to the fast lane, which is on that side. But any other passenger, they just get in line and then go check in. Okay, so I just scanned my passport, scanned my boarding pass, and it looks like we're going on a bus right now. So rarely you get on a bus before the flight to get to the plane, but I guess this is one of the occasions. Usually it's at the end of the flight, you get on the bus, and that brings you to the main terminal. But that's how they keep the flights so cheap, by taking us on a bus instead of using a jet bridge to bring us to the flight. Anyway, this bus is starting to look a little packed, so hopefully we can get in there, get to the plane. Busy. We're getting off the bus now, and we have to board from the back. That's the front. This is the back, because we're sitting closer to the back. Okay, so we're on the flight now. We're close to the wing. It's actually boarding a lot faster when you board in from two different sides. I actually like it more. And there was room for me to put my bag on top as well, so that was nice. But this is a short flight. It's like, what, 2 hours? 2-hour flight. We're basically flying the whole length of Vietnam from Hanoi to Ho Chi Minh City. So we did a nice quick flight on Vietjet Airlines. We'll see you guys when we land. Okay, we are disembarking now. But bye-bye. We're getting off now. And Volka's over there. We're gonna zoom now. Getting off domestic flights is way faster. Most likely we're gonna be waiting for our bags because we're gonna go through so fast. Thing right here that we just walked through and that we're currently walking through, I didn't know what it was called, but this kid informed me.
Jetway or passenger boarding bridge.
So I don't know if you caught that audio, but jetway or passenger boarding bridge, that's what it's called. And it low-key makes sense because we're boarding onto a jet. Anyway, it is 36 degrees in Saigon right now, and that is extremely hot. It was actually really nice weather in Hanoi, and now we're coming back to the heat. I don't know if I'm looking forward to that, but we'll see when we go outside. Let's go get our bags. I don't think we even need to do anything. We could just walk to the baggage carousel. So let's go get our bags and then make our way to our hotel, because it is right about check-in time now. So we can go check in and drop off all of our luggage. There we go, I was right. We are in the baggage pickup area. I don't know if it has a specific name, but these right here, those are baggage carousels, and they spin, moving around your luggage and other bags, so you can pick them up and take them with you. Conveyor belt just started spinning, and the first couple bags are gonna start coming out now. Booker just picked up his bag there, and we have 2 more bags coming. We just picked up our bags. That was really fast. That was like maybe 5 minutes. Got our bag there. He's got his bags. And we're gonna go get our grab. I don't think we have to hit an X-ray or anything going out. We can just leave, but we'll see what they show here. Really quiet in the domestic terminal. I know the international terminal in Saigon is one of the craziest terminals. Like, that's probably the longest I've waited to go through immigration, was at the international terminal at this airport. But that is the outdoors. So it's easy as that. Pick up our bags and we're out of there. Flying domestic is so much easier. That's why they only recommend you come 2 hours early, because it's so much faster than going through international flights. Wow, so that heat just hit us. It is super hot here. 36 degrees. It's about 10 degrees warmer than it was in Hanoi. And you can feel it right away. The humidity is insane. I know I'm gonna start sweating soon, so hopefully we can get to a car quickly. We're gonna go to our grab pickup point. Usually there's a dedicated area for grabs, so they're not like all over the place. And yeah, we'll look for the signs. One thing I try to avoid all the time is getting a taxi directly from someone at the airport. 9 times out of 10, they're gonna charge you more than any ride-hailing app like Grab or Uber. So just stick to those apps. You can pay with your card. They're so much more convenient than trying to gamble with a taxi, someone trying to grab you and take you to your destination. So yeah, this is the terminal area. That's the airport over there. So I think this is the parking garage actually. All this up here is spots to park your car. But Voca already booked a grab car and we're just gonna go to it now. There's usually a lot of cars waiting nearby, just outside the airport. So we could just run there right away. Well, I think we're here now actually. Oh yeah, grab over there. I see the lit up booth. So we'll go stand and wait there for our car. While we wait for the car, I'm gonna get something to drink. Voca said he wanted a Coke Zero. Here they are. And I'm gonna get a Fanta. It's my go-to drink. The drinks, I'm gonna go pay for them. We're in the car now. How long is the ride? 30 minutes to get to our accommodation. And it's already 2:11, so we can check in right away. That's good, because you don't want to have to carry your bags. Okay, so we just made it to our accommodation. It wasn't that far of a drive, maybe 40 minutes. I guess that is kind of far, but I didn't feel it that long. And that's it. That's the end of the video. I will see you guys next time.